Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Fares Okpere say Nigerians dey hungry, no be small. Make I leave you, make you hear the message we bring come. Enjoy the video.
Just say not compliment it, people will not suffer. Look at it. Look at people scrambling for rice. Scrambling for rice. Look at this.
Good afternoon, everybody. There's a video making the rounds, a video being shared by the APC, where some people were taking rice from a truck somewhere around Urora in the Benin bypass area in the Benin Auchi Road. That video today, it was a video of a driver who was moving rice. You know, a truck load of rice coming from outside Benin is apparently going to other states, and then due to the protests, there were protesters at the Benin bypass. The driver parked somewhere, and then some people, you know, ambushed the driver and started looting the rice. Then somebody who is an APC member, like we already investigated, made that video and said it was Obaseki's rice. The rice was being conveyed in a truck, you know, traveling outside the door. Has no business with Obaseki. Obaseki has no rice in any truck anywhere. You know, the state government does not store rice in a truck on a street. If the state government have any food palliatives, it will not be in a truck parked on a street in Urora. You know, that video is a deliberate act by the APC to misinform the public and, you know, create lies and a fiction of the imagination of the APC and their online vuvuzelas. We know them. They are used to telling lies. You know, disregard that video. I feel sorry for the driver and the owner of that rice. You know, the helpless person. They just ambush the owner of the rice and collect the person's rice and try to target to the state government. The state government have no business with that rice. The state government have no business with that truck. The truck was traveling on its own, you know, traveling outside the door when he found out that there were protesters in the Benin Auchi Road, and then the driver decided to pull over. On pulling over, that was when these miscreants, you know, ambushed the truck and started stealing the rice. Please, Governor Obaseki has no business with that rice. Edo State government have no business with that rice, with that truck also. Kindly disregard the lies that has been spread by the APC. Thank you. So, good evening, guys. Today was a serious day, like, you know, this, you know, was a very serious day. The protest was loud, as you can see. Nigerians are not happy at all. You know, I drove around town today just to catch a glimpse of what is going on in Benin. And you can tell that, you know, most people are unhappy with the situation in the country. Nigerians are not happy at all. Nigerians are not happy. You know, let's not correct it at all. Nigerians are not happy at all. And then we must also not forget that this anger didn't just emanate yesterday. This anger that Nigerians are expressing did not just start yesterday. This anger is a combination, you know, of a lot of things that the government of the day, particularly the federal government, have, you know, failed to address. You know, the issues, the lingering issues that the federal government have failed to address, that have, you know, resulted to people, you know, taking it up against the government. You know, there's so many issues that people are not happy with. And the number one issue is the issue of the rising cost of food. The rising cost of food. That is why a lot of people are angry. That is the reason why so many people are angry in Nigeria today. The food prices, fuel prices, electricity prices, you know. Now, let's go back to the crux of the issue. Nigerians, you know, are not, before now, let me go back to history. In 2013, Nigerians were voted as the most happiest people on earth. The most happiest people on earth. You know, despite the fact that Nigeria was not a perfect country, people were happy because life was cheap in Nigeria, food was cheap, you know, electricity was cheap, transportation was cheap. So, you know, even if Nigeria wasn't a perfect country, but things were okay, things were not as bad as they were today. So people could easily cope with the Nigeria of then. And then came the APC government in 2015. That was the beginning of the problems that Nigerians are facing today. APC came in 2015, then they had nothing, they know nothing about governance. They came with the sole intent of removing Jonathan from government, without any plan on governance, without any plan on how to move the country forward. They came into government, took over government with Buhari, and that was the beginning of Nigeria's problem. That was the beginning of the downfall that Nigeria is still facing today. Nothing was done in 8 years. Food prices skyrocketed, insecurity skyrocketed, fuel prices, everything went up. And then Nigerians were in the fry pan. Under the Buhari administration, Nigerians were in the fry pan. Freedom of speech was taken away. Everything, you know, was taken away. Nigerians started to suffer under the APC administration. And then came 2023. Tinubu came into government. And what was the first thing he did? The first thing he did was to announce the removal of subsidy. Even though he had no plans, didn't consult with the governors, didn't consult with the economic teams, didn't ask questions, just woke up one day on the day of his inauguration and announced subsidy removal. Not prepared. Just announced subsidy removal. And that was the beginning of the problems. Before you know it, other things started to follow. He messed up the foreign exchange, you know, messed up foreign exchange, messed up subsidy, messed up everything. And today, Nigerians are where they are today. Angry, suffering, hungry. No investment in agriculture, despite the fact that the president promised, you know, that the money that will be realized from removing the subsidy will be reinvested in improving healthcare, improving agriculture, you know, making sure that food prices are cheap and, you know, all of that. Nothing of that happened. Nothing. Not even trying to use that money from subsidy removal to cushion the effect by increasing minimum wage for workers. No, the president did nothing. Instead, the president was busy spending money, 150 billion naira, to buy a new private jet, when there was already 9 jets in the presidential fleet. 9 jets, the president was buying a new one. The president was busy buying a yacht. A yacht. What does the president need a yacht for? The president was busy spending 21 billion naira to renovate the office of the vice president. In a country where people are hungry, people are desperate. So those are the crux of those are the crux of the issues. The government did not show any concern. People were complaining that Nigerians are hungry, Nigerians are angry. The government turned a blind eye to it. Behaved as if they don't know what Nigerians are going through. Behaved as if they were not concerned about the plight of Nigerians. And then a seventh senator of the Federal Republic, who was the chief whip in the Senate, came out to say people are complaining, that even his own wife is telling him that people are complaining in the markets. People are complaining everywhere that the price of things are too expensive. That a bag of rice is now over 100,000 naira. He came out to say it in an interview, that look at what people are saying. Instead of the president to react to what he said and try to find ways to invest in things that will bring down the price of food, they went to the Senate and removed him from his position in the Senate. Typical of the APC. You can kill a messenger, but you cannot kill the message. That was their reaction. That was their reaction. And look at it today. All over the country, Nigerians are out in the street protesting hunger. This protest is about hunger. A hungry man is an angry man. And then look at the APC in Edo, a shameless party. Instead of them to be hiding their faces in shame, instead of the APC in Edo to be hiding their faces in shame, they are out there spreading lies and propaganda against Governor Obaseki. Meanwhile, Governor Obaseki is the only governor who is even trying to do things to bring down the suffering that the everyday Nigerians are suffering. Raise minimum wage, have a food program that is supporting Christians and Muslims in the state. You know, free transportation for people because of the cost of transportation. All the public buses are free. And then the APC, that is a shameless party that has brought Nigeria into this condition that we're in right now. Instead of them to be hiding their faces in shame, they are out there spreading lies and propaganda, saying that a truckload of rice was discovered that was hidden by the state government. If the government want to hide rice, would they put the rice inside a truck and go and put it in Orora at the Benin bypass? Is that where the government will hide rice? The same rice that the government is sharing on their own. What is the cause of this issue? How did Nigerians get to where we are today? Those are the questions you should be asking the APC to explain. Those are the questions they need to answer. How did Nigeria get to where we are today? A progression of mismanagement since 2015. A progression of mismanagement. A continuous progression of mismanagement. They've continuously mismanaged the country since 2015. No investment in agriculture. No investment in security. No investment in healthcare. Nothing. Look at Edo State. Point to one thing that you say the federal government is doing today in Edo State. Nothing. Nothing. And you see Nigerians out in the street protesting, and you think that people will just keep quiet. When you push somebody to the wall, you push somebody, and they get to the wall, they will push back. And that's what Nigerians are doing today. That's what Nigerians are doing today. Is the anger against the APC, the anger against the president. People are not happy. People are not happy. When the APC came into government in 2015, a bag of rice was 7,500. When they came into government in 2015, a bag of rice was 7,500. Today, as we speak, a tuber of yam is 7,000 naira. One tuber of yam. This was the same yam people were buying in 2015 for 100 naira, 80 naira for a yam. Today, one tuber of yam is 7,000 naira. Yam is now a luxury. Egg is now a luxury. A crate of egg, 5,000 in many places. A crate of egg. And you say Nigerians will not come out to the street to protest? It's a progression of failure of the APC government to address the issues. In a country where you are selling egg, people are buying egg for 5,000 naira for a crate. The president is busy spending 150 billion naira to buy a new private jet. Whereas the 9 private jets in the presidential fleet, they've not finished using those ones. They've not finished using those ones. When President Jonathan was president, you could point to 1 or 2 projects that President Jonathan did in Edo. When Obasanjo was president, you could point to the Benin bypass. You say, oh, this is President Obasanjo's project in Edo. He built the Benin bypass. And so many other projects. When Jonathan was president, you could point to the Benin Ofosu Road that he built. The Benin Lagos Ofosu Road that he built. You could point to the work that he was doing in the Benin Auchi Road before he left government. Today, what can you say that the APC government is doing for Edo? In Buhari's 8 years of disastrous presidency, and Tinubu's 1 year in office, what can you point to say, oh, as a proud member of the APC in Edo, this is what my party has done for the Edo people? Nothing. Apart from bringing poverty, misery to Nigerians. When the APC before the APC came to government in Nigeria, Nigerians were voted as the most happiest people on earth. The most happiest people on earth. Go and check it, the records are there. Now, Nigeria is the poverty capital of the world. That is what APC brought. Poverty capital. The people are miserably poor. Miserably poor. People are leaving the country in droves because of the level of poverty. And instead of the APC to bury their heads in shame, they are still talking in Edo. They are still lying about a party who should be ashamed of what, you know, they have caused to Nigerians, who should be ashamed of themselves. They are still running their mouth everywhere. When the APC have showed nothing but failure. Nothing but failure. No achievement. A party that cannot point to one single achievement. Ask them to point to one achievement of Tinubu administration. They cannot tell you. Tell them to point to one thing that Tinubu has done. They cannot tell you. They said the Port Harcourt refinery will be working by December. We are in August now. August. And not a single liter of fuel have come out of the Port Harcourt refinery. Not one single liter of fuel. A party who deals in lies. You just wake up every day, pay people to tell lies against your own people. Every day. Every day. Lies and propaganda. Every day. Look at where Nigeria is today. People are in the street. They are protesting for hunger in 2024. In 2024, Nigerians are protesting hunger in 2024. You know? And all they could do today was disrupt telephone network. Disrupt telephone lines. Make it harder for people to get access to internet. Make it harder for people to make phone calls. That was their response. Instead of where they should be coming out to apologize to Nigerians. You know? They are busy telling lies. They are busy telling lies. This protest is against the maladministration of the APC government. The failure of the APC government. Since 2015, Nigerians have become poorer under their watch. Nigerians have become poorer. People are suffering. People are desperately suffering under the watch of the APC. And it has got to stop. Nigerians are now saying enough is enough. That's what they are saying. That is what they are saying. And you cannot blame them. They've pushed Nigerians to the wall and Nigerians are pushing back. They've pushed Nigerians with lies, mismanagement, and all of that. And Nigerians have said enough is enough and they are pushing back. And the president needs to come out and address the issues that Nigerians are raising in this protest. And it's the issues of hunger and starvation. Of fuel prices. Imagine, in some cities now, they are selling petrol 900 naira a litre. In some cities, 900 naira a litre. Where is the Port Harcourt refinery that they said was going to be working by December? Where is it? We're in August now. Not a single litre has come out. Not a single litre. When they came to government, a keke was 200,000 naira. You get a keke. Now, the price of a keke now could almost buy you a Benz. The price of a keke now could buy you a Benz. In 2015 when they came in. This is how bad things are. This is how bad things are. Look at children in Nigeria looking hungry and looking malnourished because of the hunger in the land. People cannot feed their families well anymore. People cannot feed their families anymore. When the APC came into government, egg was 10 naira. Egg was 10 naira. You buy a crate of egg, 300. A crate of egg, 200 for a crate of egg. Today, a crate of egg is 5,000. In some cities, it's 6,000 for one crate of egg. When they came into government, you could buy yam, 100 naira. You buy a yam. You go to market and you buy yam. You buy a yam 100 naira. You buy yam 200. Today, if you want to eat yam, the minimum you can get yam, a small tuber of yam, is 7,000. Today. Because of the failure of the APC administration. And when they should be ashamed of themselves, they are still coming out to be saying nonsense everywhere. Nigerians are now saying that our mumu don't do. Our mumu don't. That's what people are saying now. They are telling the APC straight and bold that our mumu don't do. And that is how it's going to be. If all these issues that people are protesting against are not resolved, it won't be long before Nigerians go into the street again. It won't be long. And I'm sorry, that might even be worse than this. Because Nigerians are just testing the mic. They're just testing the mic right now. God forbid that we have a bigger protest. You know, this one has shown that Nigerians are angry all over the country. All over the country. All over the country. And something needs to be done to address the concerns of Nigerians. Something urgently needs to be done.
Now we don't hear Fares Okpere message. Let us know what you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things where they happen for Nigeria. Make I leave you with this video. Make you help us share am. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.